We now move on to a conversation I'm personally excited about, the success stories of leading social entrepreneurs. Please welcome Mr. Shubham Singh. He's the CEO and co-founder of Craste, a company driving sustainability through innovative materials and circular economy solutions. Mr. Santosh Phad, founder of Thinksharp Foundation, which addresses the rural-urban education divide. Mr. Proteek Kundu, founder of NeevJivan, an organization that works on creating alternate sources of income and opportunities of sustainable livelihood for the women in their villages so that they do not have to migrate to cities in search of greener pastures. The panelists have in the past been finalists of NCSI and have been part of the Social Entrepreneurship Mentorship Program. And our moderator for the session, Mr. Shashank Kothari, Senior Vice President of Platform Engineering at Angel One and a mentor at Social Innovation Hub.
Good afternoon, everyone. So like the session is success stories, and here we have some past mentees, which, they'll be walking through their journey, they'll be talking about their challenges and a bunch of things. Without further ado, I will start. We'll start with Mr. Santosh Phad.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I know we are a bit delayed and everybody must be hungry. So I founded an organization called Thinksharp Foundation. It's more than a decade. We are working in the rural areas of Maharashtra to bridge the rural-urban education divide. The reason being to establish the organization, my own experience, because I come from the Marathwada region, struggling to the even basic access to the education from that level to today, sharing my experience with you people. So yes, that was one of the reasons to start this organization. We are now today work with more than 600 schools across Maharashtra and with the multiple district offices and the government of Maharashtra to take it forward. So that was the journey so far. So about the Thinksharp Foundation. You want to add anything?
No, please continue.
Okay. Through our programs, we realized that there are two major gaps in the rural education. One is the infrastructure. I think Sushil in the morning mentioned about the access. Even today, we are facing the challenge, whether it's a healthcare, education, or for that matter, any sector. Access is the key problem and key challenge in India, irrespective of we are the fifth largest economy in the world or whatever. But yes, still we are facing the challenge in the access. If you go to any rural schools, access to the quality education is really challenging. Now it is up to you what you call as a quality education. Everybody has a different definition of the quality education. If your son, your daughter is studying in a good school here in Pune, probably for you the quality education is completely different. But for a student who is studying in a Jilla Parishad school, for them even having access to a new notebook is also definition of the quality education. So we are bridging that gap by giving schools the infrastructure they require, whether it's building a new school building, digital tools, computer labs, solar, whatever. I think Roshni Foundation has covered that very well. So we are providing that gap, bridging the infrastructure gap, and also the skill gap. We all know, even today I struggle, communicate in English because my entire education happened in a vernacular language. Especially in the Marathwada region, even our Marathi is not well accepted. Okay, so that background, if I come from, how will I speak in English in the forum or because I don't have that kind of environment available in my school. So we're bridging that skill gap into the government schools by giving them access to the computer skills, IT skills, through various our reading programs, especially the Book Mitra program which we have designed, which bridge the gap of the reading and the literacy skills. Also, we are focusing more on the 21st century skills. So we align our program in such a way that most of the 21st century skills, including communication, collaboration, what you call 4C, 3Cs, or so on. So that way we are bundled our program, and we are happy that more than 1 lakh of students are directly benefited from across the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santosh. I'll invite Mr. Shubham Singh to walk us through his journey, what your experiences have been, please.
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. It's the 3rd time I'm attending this event. I was a former winner back in 2018, so it's good to be here listening to the presentations. So I'm the co-founder and CEO at Craste. We are a sustainable materials company. We started our journey when we looked at the crop burning problem which happens in India every year. And it's still a burning problem. So there is a lot to do from our end as well on how we can reduce the air pollution which happens because of the crop burning. So when I got into the entrepreneurial journey, I applied for a fellowship. It's called as Social Innovation Immersion Program Fellowship. It was based at Venture Center, which is right here in Pashan. And my first fellowship manager, Mugdha, is also here in this room. So that fellowship allowed us to do a lot of problem identification, need analysis, and then come up with a startup model. So when we looked into the crop burning problem, that why are the farmers burning it? Everyone knows, even the farmers knows that how toxic that air is. Before it reaches New Delhi, it reaches to their family and their children. So when we were on the ground, we got to know that the farmers get a very short window, around 15 to 20 days, to move from one crop cycle to another crop cycle. And if they have to use machinery to clear off the field, it is expensive. If they use labor, it is time consuming. But if they use a matchbox for ₹1, it is the fastest and the most affordable way to get rid of the stubble. And that was the challenge, and that is why the farmers are still burning the crop residue. It is free, it's easy. So our business model was focused on how we can incentivize the farmers so that they don't burn the fields, but they can make money out of this waste instead. And so we started innovating with value-added products so that there is enough margins for the farmers to improve their secondary income. So we have 2 product lines. One is pulp. Pulp can be used for making paper or any kind of molded packaging as an alternative to single-use plastics. And the second product that we have is engineered green board, which can be used for making furniture or construction spaces like here in the auditorium. It can also be used for making acoustic panels for sound absorption. So these are the 2 product lines that we have. So our model is focused on setting up decentralized factories. We call it agri-fiber conversion unit. And why decentralized? Because the transportation of agro residue is very expensive. It's voluminous, it's bulky. So the material might be a waste, but the transportation cost makes it expensive. So these decentralized factories helps to reduce the cost of transportation, at the same time improving the rural economy by giving so many jobs within that geography rather than the people going to the cities and then working. So our first such unit is in Morena in Madhya Pradesh, where we make all these different kind of products. So our boards are basically sold to, so that's one product which we are heavily focusing right now in terms of sales. So it is sold to architects, real estate people, interior decorator. As a green building material, we are certified to be a carbon negative. So these people can show it in their lead reports or green reports on the carbon emissions. And now we are at a stage where we are looking to expand our production into other geographies also. So we are actively working with different foundations also who work with farmers. So that's our way to scale up. And yeah, happy to be here and would love to answer questions about our journey and experience.
Thank you, Mr. Shubham. Mr. Proteek, your journey.
Good afternoon, friends. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to come and talk to you about the work that we do at NeevJivan Foundation. To begin with, Mr. Siddharth Sharma, yes, he had the words that he said in the morning is still echoing in my mind. We are the 5th largest economy in the world and slowly inching towards the 3rd largest economy in the next couple of years. But there is a huge discrepancy of income across the country. We as a country are divided into three types. I mean, when you look at it in business parlance, it's India A, India B, and India C. And India C, which is largely in the rural areas, that segment comprises of the largest section of the largest population in the country. Can you imagine one women entrepreneur in each of the 6,56,599 villages in the country? Our vision is a small step in that direction. NeevJivan Foundation works with a focus on creating alternate sources of income with a focus on skill development and vocational training for the tribal communities in Palghar and Nasik districts of Maharashtra. We have adopted a 5-pronged approach wherein we train the women on, as a first step, we train them on vocations of choice: poultry farming, goat farming, fish farming, masala, papad, pickle making, beekeeping, mushroom farming, and a host of vocations that we teach them in their villages. As a second step, we teach them entrepreneurship skills. Who is the customer? What does the customer want? How to maintain your books of accounts? What is the competition offering? If you're selling mushroom, who is your competition? Pricing, accounting and bookkeeping, basic concepts that we learn in a business school, we try and teach them. And since we are dealing with illiterate women, our focus is on training them through experiential learning, case studies, group discussions, focus groups, market interfaces, and things like that, so that the concepts get ingrained in their mind. As a third step, we try and bring in funds. We facilitate access to funds through government schemes and programs, PMEGP, CMEGP, CSR, crowdfunding, and host of other options which are available today. Once we get the funds and the training is completed, then comes the most important step, which is setting up the shop floor. Help them set up the shop floor, buying the machines, raw materials, packaging, branding, food license if it is food-related stuff, Udyog Aadhar, and everything else that is related to setting up the shop floor. And then is the market linkage, and that is the toughest part, friends. Now, creating a micro business in a village is not a very big challenge till the fourth step, once you set up the shop floor. But because these women are timid, shy, they have never gone out of their village, maybe 4 or 5 kilometers out of the village. Going and selling their products to the market is an enormous job for them. So market linkage is the toughest part, and that's where a large chunk of our energies go into that. So our focus, as I said, this 5-pronged approach we have adopted, trying to help them set up this micro business. And today we have about 104 such micro businesses being successfully run by about 1,000 plus tribal women in Palghar and Nasik. That's about us at NeevJivan Foundation. Looking forward to interacting more.
Thank you, Mr. Proteek. So the best thing about success stories is that everyone likes to learn from them or wants to learn from them. So my next question is very specific. In your journey, what are the metrics that you looked at and what are the processes that you adopted to sort of scale up, go from 0 to 1, whatever stage that you were at? How did that happen? And, maybe talk about what the thought process was behind those kind of things.
Okay. So I think when I take this question, when you are at the beginning of your, the journey, when you look at the metrics, when you look at the strategies, when you look at the technology integration, it's completely different. Because in the beginning, in the early stage, you want to make sure that you survive. Okay? You have a good ideas, but you don't have funding. You have the passion, you have the energy, but there are limited resources. But when you come to the second stage, when you are growing, you have the funds, okay, sponsors are ready, resources are ready, then you start ensuring that the processes, the metrics, all the integration happens. And now we are at that stage where we are ensuring that our SOPs are in place. We have the technology integration, whether in terms of technology for our beneficiaries, whether technology for our employees, and so on. So I think currently, if we look at the metrics from our beneficiary point of view, we ensure that every program, we have the structure in such a way that the baseline is conducted. Whether it's a reading program, whether it's a computer IT skill program, or the school engagement program in terms of the infrastructure support to the school. So we conduct the baseline based on that data which we receive. Then we provide the customized solution to the school, and then we have the end line, the assessment. So yes, these are the simple metrics, these are the simple tools. I think we don't need to go in a very in-depth of the metrics, but what makes you, the donors, and what makes you the organization a satisfaction, yes, the way we are working is reaching to the right people and ensuring that the outcome of your programs are visible to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. So, Mr. Shubham, typically when someone starts out, like it was mentioned by Mr. Santosh, they have a lot of energy, they have less resources. One person has to do everything. They have to be Superman. At what stage did you, if you have already done it, start delegating and focus on certain things that you were more inclined to do and delegate certain other things? Or how did you come about that, or how did it help you?
And to be honest, it depends a lot on the funds. Like, then I can hire as many people and delegate to everyone. But yeah, of course, in the beginning, as a CEO and as a founder, and I come from a very hardcore technical engineering background. So I have to, other than the engineering side of the things, I had to know the marketing, the sales, the operations. Whatever anyone does in MBA, I had to do without having a business degree. And it's not challenging. I wouldn't say it's very challenging. It's something which comes with experience as you talk to people. The mentors are very helpful in that. But at the same time, it's very important because the time is limited. So initially, in our journey, we were only R&D focused and oriented. So our delegation was only in building the technical team. The main challenge comes in when you make a product and then you have to, do everything, and everything automatically scales up. So, and that's the journey when you should actually raise some money and put in that money for, business development and growth. So, and we are in that stage right now. So our team is now 17 people, where every vertical is assigned to every person. And the way we hire in our team is that each person who is joining our team brings one value to the team. So that, we are not dependent. So even I was just talking with my supply chain manager. He has done masters in supply chain. So I was telling him that, more than me. I might be the master in technology, but you are here because your experience is supply chain. So create policies which can help in streamlining the supply chain operations at Craste. And it's also a good playground for new people who are joining a startup like us, where they are able to do things from scratch. And that's a big incentive and motive to the people who are joining startups. And that has also helped us to retain people, because at every stage there is a big learning growth for the team members who are becoming a part of the company.
Thank you. So you're saying hiring people with complementary skills helps the founder. Great. Thank you. Mr. Proteek, technology is great. Everyone obviously believes that it helps scale. Have you been able to adopt technology? What were the challenges maybe, and how did it help you?
Sure, thanks. Technology is, in today's world, definitely helps in scaling up operations. I spoke about 6,56,299 villages. That's the vision. But today, we are only present in 72 villages. We are working in 72 villages. It's a long way to go. So yeah, if I have to scale up in whatever format, I have to use technology. So one of the challenges that we faced during the various training, I spoke to you about the entrepreneurship training. It has a 10-day module. I mean, we talked about different subjects, different topics that we teach, that we learn in a business school. So when initial days, I used to conduct the training in my own way. But then gradually, as people started joining the team, they had their own way of conducting the sessions. And then I gradually realized that since there are different people, different ways of being adopted to train the women or to deliver the same concepts. So some of them are very intense, some of them it doesn't reach the grassroots with the same intensity. That's when I realized that something must be done to make it uniform, common. So we developed a learning management platform wherein we recorded each of these videos, the modules, and now all that they need to do is play those videos and bring about consistency. The advantage of this is, and it's a simple thing, it's nothing complicated. It's just recording the 10 modules and putting it on a platform which can be accessed by anybody at any point in time. So all in Marathi, of course. And the biggest advantage of this is the women, the beneficiaries, who earlier had to depend on our team members to come and then learn about those concepts, can now access this thing at any point in time whenever they're free. Day, night, whatever time they are free. User ID, password-based system where they can just log in. So this, we believe, it brings in consistency and helps in scaling up to, now with this, what we can do is, we can just take it off across multiple villages at same point in time, and more people can start using it. This LMS portal not only has these modules, it has case studies of success and success stories like Lijjat Papad, Cycle Agarbatti, and many such Nirma, so that the women can learn from these success stories and build on their own.
Thank you. So I'm sure as you progressed, all of you, through your journeys, there would have been some missteps and some learnings and backtracking from them and changing course. Can you recall any specific incidents where you realized that, maybe we took this direction, but we need to look back, take a step back and reassess or reconsider and do something slightly differently?
Yes, it happens. When we started initially Thinksharp Foundation in 2013, our concept was a project called Study Mall, inspiration from shopping mall, where in shopping mall you get pin to piano. So we wanted to offer similarly everything related to the education under one roof. So that's where we named it Study Mall, and we started in one of the village in district Jalna. The village name is Surangali. And we started there as a study center, independent study center. It was running fine, but then we had a big challenge over there in terms of the student from that village. They were not keen to come at the same time because they are from the different backgrounds, different castes, religions, and also there's some political engagement in a village. So then we brainstormed with our team and decided, running a study center, is it a viable, is it a good, the program? And then yes, we decided to close that model, and similar model we started in schools, because schools belongs to everyone. It doesn't matter from which background, which caste, religion, doesn't matter, because village school is for everyone. So the study mall program, which then we started in schools, and now from just one school in 2013, now we are in 600 schools across the almost 12, 13 districts. So yes, sometimes we have to set back, we have to go back, check whether the things are working on the ground. Do we need some changes? Many times it happens that we believe in some data. We get published data by so many agencies. The government is providing some data. Some private agencies provide some data, and we prepare something out of that data. But when you go back, when we go on the ground and see, the beneficiaries required really something different. But data is showing something different. So again, we have to go back, sit with the team, and come to the conclusion which is really beneficial to our beneficiaries and not just from the data point of view. So it's a continuous process that we have to learn, unlearn, and again come back.
Thank you. Mr. Shubham?
So as an innovator, innovators usually follow their passion, right? They follow their heart on what they are building. And our team of researchers and engineers, whatever environmental problems are around us, we wanted to do everything. We'll make foams, we'll make coatings, we'll make blah, 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 without thinking about the market. So we were there was a stage where we were growing horizontally, but not vertically. And that's when we got wake-up call from our mentors also, that it's very important that you have a focus on one product, which you can take it into the market with your full energy and your resources Once you have established then you expand into other kind of product lines. And that's one advice that we sincerely followed now, focusing on one product line first before we get into the second one. And when I speak to young entrepreneurs and early stage entrepreneurs, I see this thing often that they want to do everything. कि हम ये भी कर लेंगे, हम वो भी कर लेंगे, पर वो फिर कुछ भी नहीं हो पाता because time उतना ही रहता है. So that was one of the major learning. Second thing and second miss was which a lot of, again, early stage entrepreneurs and startups face, that because of the budget issue, we hire freshers. They are more affordable. But then the time it takes to train them, it's more costly as compared to hiring an already trained person. So that was one of the miss which we did at a very early stage. And what also happens is that when we train a fresher, they stay for a year and then they move out. Either they'll go for their masters or then they'll go for a higher paying job in another company. So it's very important that you hire people where you don't have to. You are not a school, you're not a college where you are just training people. You can do it when you are a big company already. But at a right stage, please hire good people, trained people who bring in value in your company and can help you scale faster.
Thank you, Mr. Proteek.
Yeah. So as I told you, we work with creating micro entrepreneurs. Now, the point when we started, we used to focus on individuals, individual tribal women. Now, then slowly we realized that everybody is not born an entrepreneur. They're not born a leader. So what used to happen is the energy and the amount of work and the effort that used to go in training them and getting them funded was almost the same, but the success rate wasn't good enough when we were dealing with individuals. Then we graduated to self-help groups. Then we realized that, in each group of 8 to 10 women, there will be at least 1 or 2 leaders who can pull the group together. And so that's when, once we graduated towards the self-help groups and focused on them to create the micro businesses, the success rates were much higher. We still face challenges, but the success rate is much higher. So the graduation, the misstep that I wanted to highlight was working with I'm not saying that the individuals are, there are some talented individuals as well. But if you want to have a higher success rate in entrepreneurship, micro businesses in the tribal villages, then focus on self-help groups. The success rate would be higher.
Okay, thank you. So last question, what do you think will help you from here on in your journey onwards? What can you share?
I think from this audience, first of all, I would like to thank PIC and especially the Pramod and Sanjay because they mentored me a few years back and still they are mentoring me as and when required. I think, the biggest help at this stage is network, is knowing people. Because you don't know when that turn into the real opportunity for you. For an example, just few days back, Sanjay called me and said, Santosh, I want to support you in my individual capacity. There is another startup and here is a small fund from my side. And can you collaborate with that other organization? So I think the biggest support from this audience I would like to take is having a good relationship with the people from here. Because I'm a salesperson, I know how to turn that opportunity into the, converting them into the financial support or the mentorship for our organization, or maybe the pro bono support in terms of the technology platform building, in terms of the employee engagement programs, in terms of the curriculum designing for our students. So there are many such ways which are possible. And yes, that is something I would like to take and help from this audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Santosh. Shubham?
I completely second what you have said, and networking really helps. I think it's quite powerful in scaling up as well, the connections that you make. So now I have spoken about my work, so if there is any synergy, please feel free to connect with people in the built environment industry or the packaging industry. And second thing is that we're also actively looking and exploring CSR funding mechanism as well to scale up our model in different villages and farmer groups. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubham.
To me, as next steps, as we scale up operations, is diversification of funds or source of funds. It is do not depend on too many, or don't put all eggs on your in one basket or two baskets, meaning one company or two companies for their CSR funds, because there are chances that after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they would quit, they would exit, and then what? So focus on diversification of your source of funds. It could be any company. You can start small, but then that gradually becomes bigger. Social stock exchange is another big thing, a big opportunity for all of us, all social entrepreneurs, for profit and non-profit. So focus on exploiting that, explore that, not exploit that, explore that to as much as possible. It is in a nascent stage, but it is gradually going to open up to CSR funds as well. That's what I'm told. And definitely diversifying your source of funds to scale up your operations and sustain your operations is the next step for us.
Thank you.
I'll just add one point here.
Yes, please.
Sorry for that. But, I was just wondering why PIC called us success stories. If you look at all three of us, we are not big organizations. We are a medium, maybe the organization, but nobody is asking for the funds. And I think that's one of the key parameter of the being a successful in your journey. Because you believe in your systems, you believe in your program, you believe in your progress, you believe in your processes. And yes, funds will come if you have all these in place. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you, three of you, for... Yeah, go ahead, Proteek.
I wanted to add one more point, particularly if there are any budding social entrepreneurs, NGOs in the audience. It's for you guys. The biggest social organization is the government. Partner with them. They have lots of funds, they have lots of resources, and it is only that it is to find the synergy between the two and find the common sweet spot and work together. And that, I mean, for us, it was a big help. We work very closely with Maharashtra State Livelihood Mission and Mahila Arthik Vikas Mahamandal, that is MAVIM. They help us mobilize because they also have this network of self-help groups. And and they have the common agenda of employment generation and income generation. So why not work together? So in every field, in education, health, everywhere, you will get this see this thing happening. Collaborate with the government, tie up with them as much as possible, and they are equally interested in engaging with NGOs. So that's my last message with all of you, particularly the budding NGOs and social entrepreneurs.
Thanks, Proteek. So I'll just summarize the learnings that I got on the stage. Work with the government, measure, iterate and course correct as needed. Hire or build your team with complementary skills so that they can help you in achieving your goals, and get a few things right before you go wide. Right? Okay, we'll open it up to question and answers. So please, anybody? Yes, ma'am in the middle.
I work in the space of education. After listening to all the social innovators, one thing strikes me as a citizen of India is, could we get collaborations between people working in the space of education together? Because when you talk about quality in education, each one understands quality in a different way because the needs are different. It depends upon whether you are rural, whether you are close to urban, whether you are underprivileged in the urban sector, or whether you are tribal. So the needs are different, and the quality messages and the needs for quality is different. But if we have to make a remarkable change in the quality in education, then I think this social innovation has to be divided into these sectors called education, women's empowerment, and sustainability. This is just something which comes to me because we understand quality in education so differently. So if we want innovations to really happen in the future, then education, especially in the school level, needs to be looked at differently. So I think it would be very nice if we could collectively come forward and say, okay, I'm in the field of education, and this is where I work. And you work only in that area which you feel that I am strong. So that we build a map and we connect the maps, because we understand quality differently. There are children with special needs. There are children with high ability. There are children with leadership skills. There are children with behavioral problems. There are children who cannot speak a language. There are so many different things. Can we come together? Even there are infrastructural needs too. So my suggestion would be that as part of this 13th National Conference on Social Innovation, can we look at these different areas so that we group together and we say, okay, we are going to establish quality within the next 5 years. And whichever we are doing, working in whichever space, then we say, this is the impact that I have worked upon. Thank you.
You already said, ma'am, the collaboration is key parameter. And I think the PIC is doing wonderful job. You must be agree with me, those who are already the past mentees or the entrepreneurs who are working with the PIC. We have the collaborative groups where I will ensure that Pramod or Sanjay, they keep exchanging what in education phase is happening, or if there any other organization is doing similar with my organization. So they try to collaborate both the organizations. And I'm very happy to say that in our mission statement itself mentioned that we work with the other social organizations who bring the value addition to the system. Fortunately, Open Link Foundation is here. We work with them. There is one more finalist, Ganesh from Nagpur. We work with them. There are many other organizations. I think it's not just one person or organization job until unless we collaborate together. I think, and whether it's a collaboration with the government, with any other non-profit organization, social enterprise, doesn't matter. But yes, without collaboration, we cannot achieve what you said. And you already answered your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Santosh.
And in education, there's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, right? So definitely need everyone to make a difference in the country.
Thank you. We have paucity of time, so we'll take one more question, and then all of them are going to be here through the day, so please reach out to them individually.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, hi, sir. My name is Omkar. So, I'll just give my background where I'm coming from, so you'll understand the question. So, my question is to Proteek. So, I am a Chief Minister Fellow working in the district called Dharashiv. And there is one scheme that I am particularly working on for last 4 months, that is PM Vishwakarma scheme. And that scheme also kind of has the backward linkages that you are working on. But one particular issue I found out during sitting in a meeting with district industries officer, etc., that the NPAs are increasing, non-performing assets are increasing. So NPAs are those people who have completed the stage 1 and stage 2 trainings that the government will be giving or some third party organization will be giving. But the success rate of turning them into entrepreneur is particularly very low, particularly in the districts that I'm working in. So my question to you is particularly what innovative kind of thing your organization might be doing, or what kind of guidance you can give me to kind of turn it into a forward linkage.
Yeah, so very valid question, because most of these, we also tap into, the women that we work with tap into the PM Vishwakarma scheme, and they have availed funds through that. Now, see, the biggest, as I was telling you a few minutes ago, the biggest challenge for a rural entrepreneurship or rural or micro business based in rural India is selling, the market linkage. They are extremely shy. They come to the point of setting it up. They have the skills. Or they can be upskilled or reskilled in whatever they want to do. That part is all there. They are sincere. Most of them are very sincere. It's not that they have taken the money and they want to run away. But they are not able to sell their produce. So that if we are able to bring that part, that angle to the market linkage, online, offline, whichever way you can bring that in, then you will see the success rate of these projects going up. So we are also we have a dedicated team working on the ground for the micro businesses that we have started. Their work is not to train, their work is just to focus on sales, ensuring that daily problems, daily issues are resolved and helping them connect with the customers and sell their products. So, and we also have an online platform, e-commerce platform, and obviously we have connects with APMC markets for bulk buying, hotels, other retail outlets. So the idea is to help them sell these products. Give them that channel to sell these products, you will automatically see success.
Thank you, Proteek. And with that, we'll bring this session to a close. So thank you, Santosh, Shubham, and Proteek for sharing your insights and learnings. Dr. Koina, guide us on the next steps, please.
Thank you, panelists and co-chair. May I request Mr. Sanjay Kanvende, co-founder and general partner at Lavin Ventures, to felicitate our chair and the panelists. Please stay back for a group picture.